Hey guys, Q here for the Buttonsmashers.com, and this is our review for SoulCalibur VI. We put up a poll and you guys voted on what games you wanted us to review next after we finished the reviews that we already doing. So SoulCalibur VI is the next review. Let's do this.
A tale of souls and swords, eternally retold. Soul Edge, a legendary sword and devourer of souls. Buried in the darkest reaches of history, it was brought back to light in the 16th century. The notorious pirate Cervantes claimed the sword as his own, setting everything into motion.
When I was a teen, there were 3 games that I knew I was good at. Games that I spent hundreds of hours perfecting my skills in. Games that I mastered. One of those games was SoulCalibur. More specifically, SoulCalibur II for the GameCube. Oh, and I was good at it. Magnificent even. None of my friends could hold a candle to my skills with Link, Taki, or Cervantes. Well, all of them except my mate Anton. Dude had a way with Astra that nerfed most of my tactics. But this isn't about him, and not me for that matter. This is about SoulCalibur, the new SoulCalibur, SoulCalibur VI.
The Krita Yuga, it's no longer at Ling Shang Su. The sword has been gone for more than a decade. All that's left is the Kali Yuga and the Dvapara Yuga.
Really?
Surprised? Well, there's more.
Since the success with Tomb Raider's reboot, it seems every developer is hopping on that wagon. SoulCalibur is the newest series to join that trend, but confusingly, Bandai Namco have chosen to continue the count from the last game. I'm not sure why they didn't just go all the way and just name it SoulCalibur 2018, like Square Enix did with the Tomb Raider series. Maybe it was an effort to trick the old fans into believing that it was a continuation while bringing in new people, but maybe I'm just overthinking it. But that doesn't really matter. What really matters is how well the game is and how well it stacks up to its predecessors. Compared to the previous entry, SoulCalibur VI has the least playable characters since the first SoulCalibur, which isn't too much of a good look for it. I wish I could say that I didn't know why that is, but after seeing that Terra was made Day 1 DLC while encountering a clone of her in the game with her full moveset, it's clear that it was a monetization tactic. Heavy-handed though it may be, it's effective because a lot of people keep buying Day 1 DLC even though we all know that it's not good for the industry. The standard roster includes most of the expected characters as well as a guest, that guest being CD Projekt Red's The Witcher, Geralt of Rivia.
That's why I'm here. To check if these suspicions, accusations even, are true. See these demons you summoned, and if you have, to stop you, punish you. That's the contract.
Like past guest characters, he fits perfectly in the game. With an arsenal of multiple swords and Witcher magic at his disposal, he's sure to be a fan favorite. He even has his own story that explains why he's there. In fact, each character has their own story with the main plot following Keeling. If you're not a fan of him, which I definitely am not, it will feel like a drag playing his story. His journey sees him on a quest to destroy the cursed sword, and on that journey he meets a couple of other characters with similar goals, resulting in them banding together against Nightmare's ranks. As you might expect, this is a fighting game, so the story isn't really that special. It's shallow, brief, and worst of all, the voice acting delivery is flat. Even The Witcher, who happens to be voiced by his original voice actor, Doug Cockle, falls flat.
Damn, got my work cut out for me. If the mirror doesn't work, the only option I've got is to kill him. You can thank Cam. Adios, Cam. Everyone.
This is likely poor direction and not the actor's fault. Story aside, the gameplay is really what matters in a game like this, and I'm happy to say that it does not disappoint. The controls are primarily the same as the last SoulCalibur with one new addition. This takes the form of a special strike that activates by pressing the left trigger. Now, I should note that I did not play a lot of the last SoulCalibur game, and so if this was a feature that was in that game, I don't know. This attack though allows the player to clash with their opponents in a sort of rock-paper system. Now, I've somehow managed to be good at this, but quite frankly, I'm not sure why. Special finishes also make a return, and so do armor breaking effects. It's all pretty much satisfying and exactly what you'd expect. Over the years, the franchise hasn't changed much, so fans should feel right at home with the controls. You still have vertical and horizontal attacks along with kicks and the ability to guard, sidestep, throw, jump, and run. Combos can be chained together by mixing high, medium, and low horizontal and vertical attacks for devastating effect. Those who really want to learn these systems will dominate, while those who just want to have fun will still be able to pick up and play with ease. SoulCalibur has always had a low bar of entry with a high bar for mastery, and this entry carries that torch successfully. SoulCalibur VI is also a very good looking game. Characters look like you'd expect, and every outfit is customizable. You can even create your own characters, and these characters can even be used in a special story mode. Now, it should be noted this character story mode is pretty bollocks, but you can use the characters in a story mode. The created characters can use the same movesets of the characters you have access to. Their armor, colors, and particle effects can be fully customized, and it's one of the biggest highlights of the game. So, with all of the facts to say so far about this game, here's my final verdict. This reboot of such an iconic franchise is easy to like if you're a SoulCalibur fan who mains one of the included characters. It controls like you'd expect a SoulCalibur game to control, and is visually what you'd expect it to be. The customizations are robust and easily eat up most of your time. This game should be a perfect title to recommend, and I actually do recommend checking it out. But I must include a disclaimer with it. A disclaimer to not buy the Terra DLC. If she's your main, then don't get this game. It's atrocious that Bandai Namco would take a veteran character and withhold her as DLC, while including clones of her in the game. It's like selling a burger, removing part of the patty, placing a picture of that removed part on the bag, and then offering to sell it to the customer. This is unnecessary, and for a good example of just how unnecessary it is, just look at Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. That game has 68 characters and retails at $60. Bandai Namco has no excuse. Terra shouldn't be DLC. Leave that for 2B and Geralt of Rivia. Every other character should be in this reboot. But if she's not your favorite character, then I see no reason why you shouldn't consider picking up this game. It's actually pretty good. Thank you very much for watching our review of SoulCalibur VI. I hope you guys enjoyed the review. If you did, leave a comment. If you didn't, also leave a comment. And if you'd like to see more content like this from us, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you'll always know when we put out new content.
Stand.
Battle 2. Fight!
You will know how I feel!